We were part of the counter IED task force, and yeah, so basically our job was to go out and find and dispose of the improvised explosive device threat that was at the time very apparent in that region of Afghanistan. It was just one of those days, you know, and it's when you're doing a job like that, then when it goes wrong, it tends to go wrong quite majorly. And yeah, so it was a case that the equipment didn't detect it, and I stepped on it, and then the rest is history, so to speak.
Were you reflecting on it? Were you bitter? Were you resentful? Were you angry?
No, I say none of the above. Really, it was always an occupational hazard, so to speak. It was something that obviously you never wanted to happen, but the threat was always there, and it was just a case of being quite matter of fact about it and just writing it off as a bad day and carrying on. I was flown back to Birmingham, and then it started really from then. So it's been give or take. It's been about 3.5 years for my rehabilitation to finish as such.
Tell us about your legs.
Well, I say they're fitted at Headley Court down in Surrey, which is the medical rehabilitation centre, where I spent the vast majority of my time. Yes, so I say I was down there getting fitted for them, and it just gives you a little bit of freedom back to your life. You know that you're not confined to a wheelchair anymore. That you can go out and do everything that to a degree, everything you used to be able to do.
So what sort of life do you lead now? What can you do? What can't you do now?
I still do more or less everything I used to do. It's just a much slower pace nowadays. So yeah, there's no more running to catch people nowadays. It's all walking. So
and we should say the Legion have been very helpful to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so yeah, with the Battle Back Centre in Lilleshall, where obviously I then got back into sport after my injury, and say that's been there to help me and to push me forward, really.